What would be your dream location? Like, I think one of my friends said she'd love to shoot like an elopement at like Black Sand Beach in Iceland.
Yeah, I'd love something like that, or like Vegas would be cool.
Would be cool.
Really cool.
Or like
have like an Elvis there or something.
Yeah, like somewhere like that, or like Ibiza or something.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Like really chill and that's like really fun. Would be good.
Ibiza's a nuts place.
Yeah,
It's a
I did
crazy
get asked
place.
to do a wedding in Ibiza for someone I went to school with, and I was already booked for it.
Oh, damn. It is nice when you get...
Vegas. Someone did say, I don't know if they were being serious. They were like, would you come to Vegas? I was like, yeah, what
Yes.
day is it? And they were like, this day. And I'm like, can't do it.
Oh, damn. It is really nice when you get a request for a booking. You get like, they tell you all the details of the day, and then they go, also, it's in this country, or it's over here, and it's like a different location, or you get asked to travel, and it's really nice. Yeah.
I love traveling. It's like... It's just really good. I know some people, I guess if you've got like a family and stuff, you might just only do local, but while I haven't got anyone else to worry about, it's nice to be able to go all over, which is good.
I work a lot with Viking river cruises, and it happens at least once or twice a month now. They'll message me a week before a ship's leaving, and they're like, oh, I've double booked myself. Can you cover this cruise? And I'm like, I've got stuff booked in. Like, message me like a couple of months in advance, and then they send me all the details of the cruise, where it's stopping off, like Alaska, this place, that place, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, these like amazing locations,
and that's a river cruise.
And they do river cruises, and then they do like the big big sea cruises. Yeah, they got one that does like from like Alaska to New York, but they've recently just finished editing a podcast for them. Yeah. And they've been to Antarctica. They're like it's like the first group of people to go to this area of Antarctica. Oh, that's cool. And they recorded all of this
on a boat?
On like this boat thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, do they have to cross that? Is it Drake Passage?
Yeah. So they spoke about that. Yeah. And they
I've seen so many TikToks of that, and I'm just like, that's terrifying.
It's jarring. Yeah. There's all these little audio files and sound effects that they've sent me, and they're recording one of the podcasts. It was only on like a little Zoom recorder, or just going like that to people. And then in the background, I was like, there's some sort of chirping, and she went, and I was like, it was going on for quite a while. And then the host was like, oh, apologies if you can hear that. There's about 20 penguins that sat behind us. And I was like, bless.
That's brilliant.
Oh, I'd love that.
It was really cool. Like, it's a shame there's no video of it. It's just audio that I was editing. But yeah, they'll message me all the time, like, can you cover this cruise? And I'm like, a week before. Yeah. And they're like,
annoying.
Yeah.
And that's the bad thing as well, because I get booked up so far in advance that like I get booked up, and then I'll get like a really cool inquiry, and I have to turn it down. Like, I had one recently for like a cinema. They were like, we're like nerds, and we got like a cinema wedding. I was like, I'm
That's
already
so cool.
I've got a wedding in July, like a week before we go to Scotland, but the wedding's like a music festival themed. So they've got like tents and teepees and stuff.
So cool.
Yeah, anything like that. I think people now are getting more and more creative with weddings and realising you haven't got to be traditional and stuff.
I love the teepee weddings.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I feel like it's such a good vibe, and I feel like it's just because it's so different.
And when people have like the first dance outside,
I like
started in like obviously COVID, like when you could only dance outside, but like that was so nice. And I had one last year where they had a teepee, and it was all the dancing was outside. Yeah. And that was lovely. It's just different. I found the quirkier weddings and the more sort of niche weddings, everyone like in the party are much more relaxed, particularly like the bride and groom. They're down for any pose. They're cool to like hug and kiss and stuff, which, you know, when you think about it, it's quite awkward. It is a weird thing to ask people to kiss in front of camera and stuff, because it's not natural, weird, is it? It's just I know.
like,
I'm always like, oh, you just got to hold every single kiss a little bit longer than you would. It feels a bit weird. It does. Or I'm like, oh, I sound a bit like a pervert now.
It really does sometimes, doesn't it? And like when you're trying to get like a different frame, it's like, oh, just kiss one more time. Oh, that looks great. One more kiss. And then
like professional pervert.
Yeah. Why is that not a company name for someone?
Especially with that big lens you got, that
honestly,
new one.
Literally, like,
oh my God.
I sent like one. I posted it on my story, and one of my clients was like, "Oh, is that your new perving lens?" I was like, "No, it's for shooting lions or animals and stuff." Lions. Well,
but also yes.
Well, you wouldn't go and capture lions on a 11 to 24 like a
Yeah, but what lions are you capturing around here?
Have you got a trip planned to go?
No, I just meant like so I don't get eaten by lions or something. You know, when you're at the zoo and you got like, so you can zoom in. I've phrased it really badly, but it's
when
like,
you go into Hitchin, you
yeah.
might come across a couple.
You've seen things in Hitchin, like there's some sights, but I can't remember what we were chatting about. But yeah, it is like professional perving, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And but when I've shot like niche weddings, like festival ones or outside ones, or really sort of like makeshift weddings, like they've been really, really relaxed.
Yeah. Also, when people have celebrants as well, instead of like the I don't know what they're called, the official people,
or
registrars. Yeah, I think that's really much more relaxing, and because people then they go to a registry office like before or after, but there's a lot less pressure on the day because it's like, oh, we're already married.
Yeah.
Sometimes the guests don't know that, but it's like a much more personal and like relaxed sort of ceremony, which I think people are doing more and more of now.
Yeah.